guys, welcome back to Cooking with Remi. I've missed you so much. Let's get cooking. Hi guys, welcome back to the kitchen. I've missed you so much. We've taken a little break from Cooking with Remi, and I've truly just been waiting for this moment to get back here on my little standing mat to cook for you guys. So if you've been wondering where I've been the past couple months, you can check out my vlog channel. I've been up to some really fun vacations, drinking in the desert, getting a little too drunk, partying. Have no fear. In the past couple months that we've taken off from Cooking with Remi, not only have I been partying and having fun, we've also been working on the website. The Cooking with Remi website has been completely revamped. It's so much easier for you guys to find recipes on there now. All the recipes are rewritten with proper grammar, which we love. Basically, the whole website just got a facelift. So all the recipes that I'm talking about today, all the ones that we've done before, all the future ones are going to be completely revamped, and they're down in the link below, or obviously cookingwithremi.com. So we're coming back with a bang. Today's episode is the most requested Cooking with Remi episode ever, and that is the air fryer episode, the air fryer special. This is an air fryer, and I would like to call myself the air fryer queen. If you watch the vlogs, then you already know I use this to cook every single day. Not only have I gotten all my family and friends to get an air fryer and got them on the train, I've gotten so many of you guys to get on it too, just because it's so great and convenient. If you live alone, if you have like roommates, if you have a small family, it's just great for cooking on the fly. I have done years of trial and error with all different types of air fryers, and there are so many amazing ones out there, but this one is truly one that I always go back to. So I have to recommend this one if you're in the market for a new one. If you already have one, don't even worry about it, but this is from the brand Kusori. I'll link it down below. Best one I've ever tried right here. Let's go over what's on the menu today. First up, we are starting off with my breakfast muffins. I've been obsessed with making these lately. If you follow me on Instagram, vlogs, whatever, you see that I've been making them like crazy, and they are so perfect for a breakfast on the go. Next up, we have something that I love to make for a snack, for a lunch. It's always one of my biggest cravings, and that is chicken wings with a delicious ranch dipping sauce. Moving on, we are making coconut shrimp spring rolls. I've made spring rolls with you guys so much. You know I love them, but this is just like a fun little take on them that is so perfect for summer. And last but not least, we are making a delicious dessert that's perfect for summer. We are making s'mores dip in the air fryer. On that note, again, I've missed you so much. I promise I will never abandon you again. And let's get cooking. So I'm obsessed with anything breakfast related, anything with an egg, pizza, burger, muffin, give it to me. So we all know and love Emily Marico, and she was making a bunch of TikToks about how on the weekends she would go to a local bakery and pick up these little breakfast muffins that had a soft egg on the inside. They look incredible, but I don't live where she lives, so I couldn't go pick them up. So I looked up recipes online. I have to give full credit to this girl named Natalia Snacks. I'll link her TikTok down below. She did a video with her spin on this recipe. I loved her recipe so much, and then I kind of put my own spin on it, and that's what I'm gonna share with you guys today. Mine has like a little bit more of like a healthier twist to it, but both are delicious. Again, I'll link her down below. All right, so in our bowl, we're gonna start by adding in our flour. This is our main base of everything. Greek yogurt, you can use sour cream, but I like to use Greek yogurt because you get a little bit more protein this way. Also guys, these are so great to take on the go. There are so many times where I'm just driving around in my car on the freeway with the muffin in hand, eating the muffin. It's really easy to take, and they also reheat so well. I'll just throw them in the air fryer in the morning for a few minutes just to reheat it. So good. All right, I'm gonna add my olive oil into here. I like to personally use garlic olive oil for this, but you can use whatever olive oil you like. Specifically, this one from Brightland's really good. Brightland, if you're watching this, please feel free to send me more because I love it so much and it's so good. And then we're gonna crack in 1 egg. So this recipe calls for 5 eggs technically, and this is gonna make you 4 muffins, but I will often triple the recipe and make a dozen at a time. But whatever works for you, and we're gonna mix this all up. So as I said, this recipe calls for 5 eggs. 1 egg goes into the batter, and then 4 eggs we're gonna soft boil and put inside the muffins. To soft boil your eggs, you have 2 options. You can either put them into a pot of boiling water, put a little bit of vinegar in there, it makes them a little bit easier to crack, and cook them for like 6 minutes or so. Or, since this is the air fryer episode, you can air fry your eggs. This is a newer thing that I learned that I am obsessed with. All you wanna do is pop your eggs into an air fryer at 300 degrees for 12 to 17 minutes, depending on how soft you want the yolk. I like my eggs to be softer for this recipe, so I put them in for 12 minutes, but if you're making an egg salad or you want just a harder yolk, do 17 or anywhere in between, and it is foolproof. When your eggs are done cooking, whichever way that you cook them, put them into an ice bath, and then peel them, and you're good to go. Now that all of our ingredients have come together, I'm gonna put in some baking powder and baking soda. as well as our salt, fresh cracked black pepper, and if you want some heat, some red pepper flakes. As your batter is sitting, you can already see that it's starting to like rise up and leaven a bit, and then give that a nice mix. I know it doesn't look like a ton of batter, but these also puff up, so be aware of that. Now we can add in all of our fixins. Feel free to use whatever you like for this. I've made so many batches of these using different things, but the ones we're doing today are my favorite. So this is a mixture of chicken apple sausage patties cut up and turkey bacon that I've already crisped in the air fryer beforehand. You don't have to do that, but I like the added little extra texture, and I like a lot of fixins in my muffins, so I add a lot. For these, I pretty much use whatever cheese I have in the fridge. You can use pre-shredded cheese, you can shred your own cheese. I personally had a lot of just like sandwich slices, so I just chop these up really nice and finely, but I have a mixture here of white American cheese and cheddar cheese. But you can add pepper jack if you want more of like a spicy flavor. I love adding fresh herbs to any recipe wherever I can, and I think these breakfast muffins would be so good with some fresh basil, just a few little leaves. I'm gonna do a little thyme as well. Just a little sprig. When I hear sage, I think of like Thanksgiving, warm comfort food, and I think these will be so good in there as well. I love cooking with Remy. Cooking with mommy, yes. Okay, meats and cheeses are in the bowl. I've already finely chopped all of these things. I have green onions. I did 3 stalks of this, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 shallot. You can use regular onion if you like, but I like the more mild flavor that the shallot gives off, and you can also pre-caramelize these if you want, but I found that it's also just fine to just throw straight into the mix and cook in the air fryer. All right, so we're gonna add in our green onions. It also just adds like a nice pop of color, and our fresh herbs, which if you don't have fresh herbs, you can use dried herbs, totally fine. I rolled up the herbs and chiffonaded them, so they're just like really nice, fine little shreds. All right, now we're gonna mix everything together and make sure to not over mix everything, just enough to get everything well incorporated. Now, to cook these, they're breakfast muffins, so we need a breakfast pan. I got this pan on Amazon, I'll link it down below. It's strictly made to put into an air fryer. Also, just a fun fact, in case you didn't know, an air fryer essentially is just a very small convection oven. Convection basically means it's cooking with a fan, so it's circulating really nicely. Everything's gonna get cooked evenly and quicker. So if you don't have an air fryer, no worries. If you have a convection setting on your oven, you can use it just the same, or you can just cook these in the oven. If you want to make them in the oven, I'll put the oven instructions down below in the description box or on the website. All right, so in our muffin tin, I'm going to just spray it with some spray cooking oil so that they just slide out nice and easily. It's just so cute. It's like a ramped up easy bake oven. Through my trial and error, I realized that using my hands for this is the easiest. If you don't want to, of course you don't have to. Spoons work just as well. But if you're gonna use your hands, spray your hands with a little bit of oil, give them a little lather up. It makes it easy to transfer the batter over. So we've got our batter, and I'm just gonna take a little bit into my hand and then put it right into the bottom of the pan. So I'm just gonna spoon the batter in, and then you wanna kind of press in the center to create a little well so that the sides also come up. Once the wells are created, we can pop in each of our little eggs just sitting upright. We made him a little chair. There we go. You want to press, but be very gentle because these eggs are super soft boiled. And then just top with our leftover mixture. I've realized it's easier to just grab like a baseball almost, and then kind of flatten it out and lay it over the top like so. And then just kind of press till the sides meet. Nestle the egg in so he's nice and covered. We're protecting our little Humpty Dumpty. Not me killing it today. I usually have one broken one. The Cooking with Remy God said not today. Now this is totally optional, but you guys know I love a flaky salt moment, so I like to top each one with a little flaky salt. Gives a nice little extra crunch and a little extra flavor. And also I have some extra cheese, so I'm just gonna top each with a little bit more cheese as well. When these puff up, it'll get nice and crispy on top. All right, our muffins are officially done cooking. They look amazing. Look at this beautiful golden brown goodness. I put these in at 260 degrees for 20 minutes. So we cook them at a really low temperature, nice and low and slow so the egg doesn't overcook. And then we blast the heat up to 350 degrees for 3 minutes so the tops can get nice and crusty and delicious. Make sure you let these fully cool before you take them out and enjoy. All right, now for the best part, cutting into our muffin. Everybody say a prayer. I'm gonna be fully honest, every time I've made these, the yolk turns out differently. It always tastes good. We're looking for a medium soft yolk. Let's see. You guys, listen to this crispiness. Not crispy, good egg. Oh my God! It's never been this good. Mama's so excited too. We are back with the taste test. I cannot wait. I'm telling you guys, they are fantastic for breakfast, for a snack, for a lunch, for a breakfast, for dinner. Also, I like to serve this normally with a little bit of habanero hot sauce. Gotta get a good bite. Oh my God. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. Enjoy it in the morning with some coffee. You will love it. All right, moving on to the chicken wings. If you guys know me, I love chicken wings. It's like one of the biggest things that I crave. I love Wingstop, I love Buffalo Wild Wings, but sometimes you don't want to order out and you want to make them at home and make them a little bit healthier. My favorite parts of an air fryer is reheating leftovers or kind of like making my favorite takeout foods a little bit more healthy because again, we're not actually frying. So chicken wings are my favorite thing to make. I have an old recipe that I made in a vlog a while ago, but since then I've been working on a new one, made them crispier, made them better. So if you like those ones from before, you're gonna love these ones now. Step 1 of our chicken wing, get your chicken wings. The key to a crispy chicken wing is getting them extra dry. I went to the store and I picked these up and I was so excited to find that they make packs of just flats. When I go to Wingstop and I order my spicy Korean barbecue, I think that's what it's called, I only get flats. Fun fact, some people are flat people, some people are drumette people, and that's where the world splits, or the vegans. So feel free to use whichever you like, but the only thing that you must do is pat them as dry as you can. Get in there, ground them up, and then we'll let them sit. Now that our chicken wings are pat dry, you can always just take these, season them up, and throw them straight into the air fryer, but this step right here is what I've learned makes them extra crispy. In a shallow bowl, I'm gonna add in my cornstarch, and then to this, I'm gonna add my seasonings. I have garlic powder, onion powder, and salt, and then we're just going to mix that all together, and we're gonna prep the air fryer basket by spraying it with some oil down on the bottom, and this is so quick. You're just gonna pick up your nicely pat dried chicken wings. I'm gonna be honest, I hate this feeling, but it's so worth it. Put them in the cornstarch. Basically, the chicken fat is gonna come out of the skin while we're frying it or in the air fryer, and it's gonna mix with that cornstarch and make for a nice extra crispy wing. Place it right into our air fryer basket. Make sure that they're nice and spread out so they're not touching so they can fully crisp up. So for our protein ranch, our base is Greek yogurt. Pretty much any time where a recipe calls for sour cream, I like to fill it in with Greek yogurt because you get more protein, and honestly, they taste the exact same to me. I'm gonna add in my ranch seasoning. You can use the one from Hidden Valley, which is what I use, the Costco size. You can go to Trader Joe's and get their Green Goddess ranch seasoning, whatever works for you. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of that. And then also for freshness, I'm gonna add in some fresh dill. Dill is my favorite part of ranch, so I gotta add that in. About a tablespoon of that. And then also salt and pepper to taste. And then give that a nice mix. Now, if you like a thinner ranch, you can add water to this to make it a nice thin, like diner style ranch. I like a thicker ranch. I like to coat the wing in it. I love a good thick ranch like this personally. All right, our chicken wings are out of the air fryer. You can see they're golden brown and crispy. I'm gonna just toss them in some buffalo sauce. You can also put these back into the air fryer after if you like, but I like mine extra saucy. So I just roll them around in the sauce. Also, if you want, you can add a little butter to this. It makes the sauce stick really well to the buffalo wings, but I honestly am fine with just the sauce on its own. Toss them around, get in all these little crevices, give them a mix, flip. All right, guys, our buffalo wings are out of the air fryer. They're tossed in the sauce. They look beautiful. And of course, we gotta do a taste test. We got our wings, we got our ranch. Give it a good swirl so it picks up all that deliciousness. Oh my God, the dill is so good. If you're not eating your chicken wings and the bones look like this, you're doing it wrong. That's a messy one. Let's move on to spring rolls. Moving on to something that I have all the time. I love these for a snack. I love them for a lunch. They are so easy to make, perfect for the hot weather outside. We are making spring rolls. Basically, they're just delicious things wrapped in rice paper, and lately I've been putting coconut shrimp in them, and it is a game changer. So let's go. All right, so if you guys have watched past Cooking with Remi episodes, you know how we do the shrimps here. Basically, I peeled my shrimp, pat dry them, and then I put a line down the back to devein it, or basically remove the intestinal tract. And then once that's done, you wanna flip it on its back and cut little lines going down, not all the way through, I would say about 1/4 of an inch or so, going all the way across the shrimp tummy, and then kind of pull back, and it's gonna create a nice straight shrimp. So I've done that to all of these already. Keep it nice and dry. You can always cook them curled up if you'd like, but I personally like rolling with the straighter shrimp. So there we go. Now to make our breading portion. portion. We've got a shallow bowl here, and in this bowl, I'm gonna add panko breadcrumbs. These are gluten-free, but you can use whatever panko breadcrumbs you'd like. I'm also gonna add dried, unsweetened coconut. I use these for my coconut chicken tenders. They're amazing. But to add a little sweetness, I'm gonna add sweetened dried coconut for a nice little texture, a little bit of salt to season, and then just mix this all up with my hands. For our breading station, I have here 1 egg beaten. I've got the little mixture that we just made. I'm gonna take my dried shrimps and I'm going to roll it in the egg with one hand, and then with the other hand, drop it into our breading mixture and make sure it's just nicely pressed into the shrimp all around till it's nice and sticking to everything, and then place this into our air fryer basket. All right, our shrimps are in the basket. I'm gonna cook these at 370 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes, flipping halfway until we have beautiful, delicious golden coconut shrimp. Our coconut shrimp is done, and to prep our rice paper, I just have a pan here. I like using a pan because I feel like it's deeper and holds the water a little better for my rice paper. I'm gonna take my rice paper and put it into the warm water for about 5 to 10 seconds or so. You don't wanna wait for it to be fully malleable until you take it out, otherwise it's really hard to roll. And then while there's still some give, put it down on my cutting board, and then on here you can stack whatever you want on top. Personally, with mine, to go with the coconut shrimp, I've been loving doing mango. I think the sweetness adds so much. We've got avocado for creaminess, freshness with the cucumbers, red cabbage, and lettuce. But feel free to do whatever. You can add pickled veggies, you can add carrots, whatever you like in yours. We're gonna do some lettuce, and you wanna add about 2 inches of clearance on either side. Cucumbers, cabbage for color, few slices of avocado, mango, and our coconut shrimps at the top. Then we're gonna roll. We're gonna pick up the bottom, roll it over this way, roll in the sides, roll in the side, and then nice and tightly roll it up like a little burrito. And adding the shrimp to the top makes it so that they show at the top. Beautiful. The audience goes crazy. Woohoo! All right, guys, these are our coconut shrimp spring rolls. They are so perfect for a hot summer day, sitting by the pool. I serve mine with some sweet chili sauce because the flavors go so well together, but you can do peanut sauce, hoisin sauce, whatever you want. Let's taste test. All right, little swirl, little tap. Oh my God, it's so good. The coconut is so sweet and crispy with the creamy avocado, with the spiciness from the sauce. So good. Please make these. Please, please, please make them. And last but not least, of course, we need to finish off with something sweet because I'm that person that will go to a full dinner, be so full, and leave and say, could really go for something sweet right now. We are gonna be making s'mores dip. When I think of summer, I think of s'mores. I think of campfires. I think of delicious toasty marshmallows and chocolate. We are gonna take our little muffin tin again and use this little vessel to make some delicious brownie s'mores. We're gonna start by taking our muffin tin and spraying it with some spray oil so everything can slide out perfectly. Then I'm using Ghirardelli box brownie mix because it's personally my favorite. I've yet to try and make homemade brownies, but if you guys have a homemade brownie recipe that you like, feel free to use that. This is just a little easier, but I just prepared this to the directions on the back of the box. And now I'm just gonna place about a 1/4 cup into each of my little cupcake molds. Basically, it's gonna come up about 3/4 of the way high. All the cupcake molds are a little bit different. This one's a little smaller than the standard, but just enough to come up 3/4 of the way. And what you choose to do with your leftover brownie mix is up to you. Eat it with a spoon, bake it into just regular brownies, whatever you wanna do. Once our mix is in, we're gonna shake and tap to leaven it out. And we're gonna throw this into the air fryer at 400 for about 7 minutes, and I'll come back. Our brownies have come out of the air fryer. I'm now gonna top each one while it's still hot with a little handful of mini chocolate chips. You can use white chocolate chips, you can use dark chocolate, milk chocolate, whatever floats your boat. We're gonna take a spoon and just press it down a bit in the middle to create a little well. And we're sticking this back in the air fryer, which is why it's not fully cooked yet. Don't eat it yet. And it wouldn't be a s'more without marshmallows, so I'm gonna add my marshmallows in. All right, guys, our s'mores dip is done. It smells so good. I ended up air frying this for 5 minutes, but I think you can do 3 to 5 minutes at 400 degrees and you'll be golden, just like these marshmallows. So I have a little bowl of little graham crackers that I broke into little sticks, and then you can go in and just scoop up some of this deliciousness. I make s'mores in my air fryer all the time. I'll just put like a graham cracker and a marshmallow on top with some chocolate and call it a day, but this is just elevated s'mores. It's fantastic. The toasty marshmallow goes so well with the chocolate and the crunchy graham cracker. Overall, absolutely amazing. On that note, guys, I hope you enjoyed the air fryer edition of Cooking with Remi. If you guys want more of these, please let me know. It was really hard for me to narrow down all of my favorite recipes to just these. So if you want more episodes like this, I will for sure do them for you guys. Be sure to check out the website if you want the full recipes. Just check it out also because, again, it was revamped. We got a facelift. It's really cute. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.